You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them live. With your mans and them live. With your mans and them. Go on, call in, hit the line with your mans and them live. Go have a good time with your mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them live. With your mans and them live. With your mans and them. Go on, call in, hit the line with your mans and them live. Go have a good time with your mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them live. With your mans and them live. With your mans and them. Go on, call in, hit the line with your mans and them live. Go have a good time with your mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them live. With your mans and them live. With your mans and them. Go on, call in, hit the line with your mans and them live. Go have a good time with your mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them live. With your mans and them live. With your mans and them. Go on, call in, hit the line with your mans and them live. Go have a good time with your mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them live. With your mans and them live. With your mans and them. Go on, call in, hit the line with your mans and them live. Go have a good time with your mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them live. With your mans and them live. With your mans and them. Go on, call in, hit the line with your mans and them live. Go have a good time with your mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them live. With your mans and them live. With your mans and them. Go on, call in, hit the line with your mans and them live. Go have a good time with your mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them live. With your mans and them live. With your mans and them. Go on, call in, hit the line with your mans and them live. Go have a good time with your mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans. Something moved. Turn this off.
I can hear you now.
Wait, you hear me?
Yeah.
Wait, no way you hear me. Oh, there it go. All these fucking wires. My bad. What's good, y'all?
I can't hear myself now.
You can't hear you? Is he muted? My bad. What's good, y'all? Say something.
Yo.
Yo.
Nope, nothing. I don't believe you.
What's good, y'all? Say something.
Hello? Technical difficulties.
No,
y'all.
it
Give
sounds
us a
like
second.
something more is happening.
Technical difficulties.
No, it sounds like something more is happening. You hear that shit? It's not supposed to be doing that.
Was it because my laptop was on?
Nah, not at all. Turn it off. It's probably the wires. Some wires are touching.
Was it because my laptop was on?
Wait, you hear you now?
No, I can't hear myself.
You can't hear yourself,
No.
but I heard you on the thing just
Yeah,
now.
through your mic.
You can't hear yourself, but I heard you on the thing just
Yeah, through your mic.
Yeah, can we like go to the?
You want to retry this?
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live. I'm your man's Bello.
Yes, sir. I'm your man, Austin Felix. Oh. And I'm your man, Shakespeare, in a random studio in Brooklyn, New York. This is your man's and them live.
Okay.
No joining? Okay.
Yo, they gotta stop yelling in the mics, y'all.
No, we don't, nigga. That's why we got the mics for.
They breaking the equipment.
What you call them?
First of all-
Marquishas? What you call the mics?
Michelle's.
Michelle's.
Marquishas is crazy.
I mean, it sounds fitting, right? You talking
No.
to a Marquisha?
No.
You never spoke to a Marquisha before?
No,
What's the most ratchet name you ever spoke to?
Aquanisha.
You're fucking lying. Are you serious? Aquanisha?
Aquanisha.
Oh, you won.
See, I don't even want to say my shit after that. Aquanisha?
Aquanisha.
Did you call it Aqua for short?
No.
What you call Anisha?
I think that's what everyone called Anisha.
What did you call her?
Anisha.
You little slut?
No, nigga, it wasn't my slut.
Oh, sorry.
It was just somebody I knew.
Okay.
Damn.
Yo, shout out to
see
everybody
where
in the
your mind-
chat. If you are in the chat right now, let yourself be known. Shout out Mac Boy, what up?
Where your mind goes.
He says, I need
Crazy.
to hit his convo. Marquisha got it. LOL. Aquanisha, that's a fact. Yo, if you in the chat right now, make sure you let yourself be known. We about to have a good show
And make
today.
sure you like the live.
Yeah, that's right.
Like up the video, share the video, tell your peoples that your mans in them is live.
Right.
Shout out Liddy in the building. What up, bro?
What up, Liddy? All right, so I got a question for y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is off the top because we was just having a conversation. I'm gonna ask Shake because I already got Austin's thing, but I want you to say it too.
Okay.
When you ask people how you doing, do you care? Do you really care about how they doing?
Do I care about how they're doing?
Yeah, like if you walking through the street, you like, how you doing? What's up? How you doing? Do you really care, or is it just something that you say?
Depends on the person. Really does depend on the person. Sometimes it's like, oh, hey, how you doing? I didn't really ask how you doing. It's just like something to say. But if it's a certain person, like I'm really so concerned, like, how you doing? You good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just used casually as more of a hi, right? Like there's times where you say how you doing, they say how you doing right back.
Right.
It's like, hey, I asked you a question, how you doing?
Right.
And you answered with how you doing. It's because it's just a reaction. Like it's literally a greeting.
Right.
But I greet and I say, what's up? Or what's good? Or what's up, boss? That's my greeting. But when I ask you how you doing or how you feeling, I really want to, like, I'm really like, how you feeling?
That's too much.
You know what I'm saying? I really be
I feel
caring, like how people feel.
I feel you.
I really want to know. It's important to read the energies around you, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if someone's around you and you don't know how they doing, it could affect you.
So most people just say good in you.
Right, that's
right?
fine.
That's the reaction. But like they're not good. It's just more of a reaction to saying, like, hey, how are you doing? Good. And you?
That's when you got to look them dead in the eyes. And you got to say, are
Bitch, you lying.
Yo, shout out Melody in the chat. She says, hi, guys. What's up, Melody?
Hey, Melody, how you doing?
Listen, man, we're going to have a good show tonight. If you have anything you want to talk about, send it in the comments. We're gonna try our best to hit it today. All right.
Pause.
So we ain't shooting the shit, right? I'm going to ask y'all another question real quick. It was a conversation that I was having with a coworker. Well, not a coworker, someone that I know.
A worker?
No, a coworker and someone that I know. And basically it was who makes friends faster, men or women? Now I'm going to say I said that women are more social and they make their friends faster because of how social they are. So I find that when I go into environments with other women, they talk, they socialize, they laugh, they might get each other's Instagrams, they might link up. I think that guys have a little bit of more of a wall before they actually become friends with you. Like, what y'all think?
I think it's different. I think guys become friends way faster, way easier than girls. The only variable is if the guy is in a mood where it's like defensive, I'm on demon time, or I'm kind of closed, then you're not gonna get nothing. But any other time,
Demon time?
yeah, demon time. Like you niggas be on demon time. Like you go out, you know, like you're not trying to make friends. You in your world, like you like cool.
Just wanna
locked
kill
in.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like oh, why the fuck you looking at me instead of oh, what's good, man? Like what's
Right,
good?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You in your mood.
Right. I feel like
Like-
it has to be for a guy. They have to be in that mood for them to not have a conversation and just become friends with somebody on like randomly.
All right, let me ask you this.
Females-
Who makes more genuine friendships?
What do you mean genuine friendships?
So-
I don't like questions like that.
I think a lot of girls' friendships are fake.
Oh, see, that's where you're getting at.
I do. But that was my point. My original point was I think girls are able to make a friendship faster, but it's a fake. It's not really real. Like they'll talk shit about each other. They won't really like each other. They'll be like, "Oh, you're pretty. I want to be friends with you. So, you know, let's be cool. Let's hang out. Let's go for drinks."
True.
Guys are I think it's a little bit harder for us to become like close, but once we close, we boys. Like, you feel me? What you think?
I agree. I agree with you saying, but I still don't agree to the point where females become friends faster. I do agree to your point with, you know, the quality of their friendship and when they link up or whatever the deal
Right.
is. The quality I think is testy. with females, but for them to become friends faster, I just haven't seen that. Like they always, believe it or not, have more competition than guys are in the
Right.
same space.
What you think, Shake?
I mean, I do feel that
Let us know in the chat too.
I don't know if women make friends faster. I'll put it this way. I feel like women make acquaintances faster. But as far as like genuine friendships, I feel like guys do it faster. Like a female can make a friend from her hairdresser.
Okay.
But they won't really be friends. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like she provides a service that may require you to be friendly to her for you to have a good result.
Yeah. Guys do the same thing though.
True, but
A lot of times friendships with guys is transactional. Like, what can you do for me? Okay. Then the relation builds off of what you're able to do for each other.
Yeah.
And I find that, like, especially as getting older, I'm finding that more and more. It's more so like, oh, what do you do? Oh, shit, that's lit. Yo, we could, and then when
Right.
you guys link up and actually work together, you're like, okay, I can be cool with this guy.
Yeah, when you get older, you start looking into people for value. Like you said, transactional.
Right.
But my friendship with y'all isn't transactional.
Yeah, it is.
How?
We have a podcast together.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Shake right now. Y'all listen, if y'all see the visuals right now, Shake's transaction got us these lights, these colors right now.
It really did. It really did.
So, yes.
I pointed at your camera like they could see me.
But nah, it is. Because we came together originally for the pod. Right?
I mean,
I agree.
So in a sense, and then we built a friendship off of that. But originally it's a transactional thing. We in this for a reason. We in this for basically business.
was it business? Like I don't feel like it was business. Like because I knew you prior to the podcast. I knew of Austin prior to the podcast, but I didn't meet Austin in person.
Right. But
So-
can you say you had a friendship with Austin prior to the podcast?
No.
Can you say you had a friendship with me prior to the podcast? Like a friendship. Like we knew each other, we were cool with each other, but we're not as close as we are now.
No.
We're not even nearly as close.
No.
Yeah.
But I did have that friendship with Gus.
Right.
And knowing Kyrie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's different. Anyway,
You knew Kyrie too?
Yeah.
I knew
I
Kyrie
just
for a long time too. Now I don't know. Yeah.
now it's like where he at. Yo, shout out to Gus the Third and
Yeah.
Kyrie Class who are not with us today, who wish they could be with us.
Damn, you make it sound like they died.
Shout out to Lee. What up?
Lily. That was a hey yo.
Yo, you swallowed like crazy, and I'm like, bro.
Wow.
I'm gonna ask y'all another question. Now, this is a conversation me and Austin was having, right? Are you allowed to say nigga if English is not your first language, or if you're like from another country other than like African descent or like, black? Can you say the word nigga?
So I'm not the type to jump and be like, hey, watch your mouth, right? So when I hear people say nigga, I just look and I'm like, I look.
You point at them?
I don't point, but I'll be look. I'm not the type to say, hey, you can't say that. Go down the speech or blah blah blah. I'm not the type to do that. But I heard somebody say nigga, and to me it was like when I make that look, it's like, should you be saying that?
Right.
Right. And to you, I was like, it was a Spanish dude, blah blah blah. But I knew his origin. He's not from here.
Right.
English probably wasn't his first language. So for me, it kind of turned me off where it's like you're not even like,
Right.
you comfortable saying it though, but to your point, you gotta make your point.
I think if you Hispanic, you could say this shit. I really do. Especially if you I grew up around mostly Hispanic people when I went into junior high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm just used to them saying this shit. When they integrate in the culture, we listen to the same music.
Yeah.
If you white, you can't say this shit.
If you white, that's where it's
That's the
off
line.
limits, yeah.
But like if you Hispanic, I consider you like, a brother, like you black.
right. But like for me, it's like, I know Spanish people say blah blah. I get you. We grew up in New York. New York's mixed, blah blah blah. But like, when you the first language is not English, like it's just I feel like that it just throws it off. You know, like for me, it's like you shouldn't be saying it.
Let us know in the chat what y'all think. Lily says, hell no. No. And MacBoy says, yeah, nah, because they don't be knowing where we come from. People say it out of ignorance. True, I agree, but I also think that the word is not used by anybody with the knowledge.
malicious
not at all.
intent.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Most people say it out of like a type of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, what's good, my nigga? Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
It's a term of endearment.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say.
Casual.
Most people don't say it thinking like, oh, I know this word meant that. Like, we just kind of say it. And I think people who come from other countries, they pick up the lingo. Hip hop is one of the leading fucking genres of music in the U.S.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't find a problem.
So if a white person says it and they're just casual,
No, they
it's
can't do that.
just
Nah, you can't do that. You know why?
Not you colonizers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It came from you. It came from that. That's when it gets a little. You feel me?
I feel you.
You are not welcome here.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, moving on. We got news on the scroll.
News on the scroll. I don't care. Gus isn't here. Somebody gonna hold it down.
Y'all got anybody on your timelines that went to Carnival?
I know a couple people that. I think I know a couple people that went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit look lit.
They showed out for it was in Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
They showed out for that one.
Yeah. I know.
Everybody was out there.
I got my cousin out there and they can live in his best life. He was actually, I think I saw his story. He was actually around Chance the Rapper. He was like with Chance the Rapper. And did y'all see him, the shenanigans with him dancing with the big booty woman?
Yeah.
What you think about it?
Shenanigans.
I mean, call it what it is. It's not that big of a deal to me, but everybody's making it a big deal because he's married and shit.
I can't make, because I know it's a Caribbean thing, I can't really.
That's what I was gonna say, yeah.
It's like, okay, he was dancing. Maybe the slap on the ass was a little too much.
Yeah.
But as far as him dancing, it's like, I don't really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really see nothing.
Because we
wrong with it.
all three come from Korean families. So it's like
Yeah,
Did you
Drew's
say Caribbean or Korean?
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Why?
Drew is Haitian. I'm Jamaican. You're Dominican.
Petition. Don't say that. All right, this is where
Dominicano.
Nah, but I think that culture and the dancing and busting a wine, it's not seen the same as it is here in America.
Right.
True.
Right.
I agree.
Catching a dub here is more sexual, more intimate. There is more like it's dancing, like we partying type shit.
Right.
Yeah,
So
but
different
Chance,
vibe, different energy. I don't know if Chance is.
I think he's American, right?
Yeah.
I think
from
he's
Chicago.
Yeah, I think he's Black American.
Oh, so he probably should
So
have knew better.
does he know?
He
But
shot-
and then once again, I'm not trying to get into Chance's shit because I don't know what's going on with him and whatever he got going on. But I was talking to someone and they did say the same thing. She's a Jamaican girl. She was saying like it's not looked at the same over here.
Right.
In Jamaica. And I was telling her when I used to dance with girls, sometimes if the dance was lit, my dick would get hard. Has that ever happened to y'all?
When I was younger.
Yeah.
Not now. Yeah, when I was younger. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
No.
Not now.
Yeah, no.
Why?
Because it's like, all right, it's just a dance. It's
It's
nothing.
just a dance.
It's nothing like, I'm not horny. Like,
Yeah, when you young and horny. It's
yeah.
like catching a dub.
I can
like,
control
yes.
myself. It's like,
Right.
all right.
It's like when you get ass, it's like I get ass now, so
Yeah.
it's not the same.
So as an adult, you've never had a girl dance on you and it got you going. That's what y'all saying? Y'all capping.
What do you mean?
What?
When you say get me going?
Your dick getting hard.
I'm not dancing with you in the club and getting horny.
No? What the fuck?
Not these days. No.
Really?
Nah. Like if we vibing or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? If we're on that type of vibe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, all right, let's get out of here type shit. Then that's different. But like if this is a random dance, I'm not walking with the
Right, with the stiffy all night, fucking blue
You
balls
go to the bar.
after 30 minutes in the club.
Yeah, sometimes you get that good dance and you just gotta go sit down and chill out for a little bit. No?
Imagine going up to the bar. Let me get a drink.
Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out Kadeem in the chat.
Yeah.
What up, Lily? She says, Drew, you horn dog. Hey, it is what it is. At this point, you should know.
Man, honey.
But,
should know how
but
I
I guess the question is like for the ladies in the chat, if you dancing on a dude and you start feeling something
they get
going
wet?
on back there, well, that's a good question too.
Do they what?
Do they get wet when they dancing?
Ooh, that is a good question. Let us know in the chat.
But
Do
like, but like if you dancing on a dude and you start feeling his dick, like is that Like, is that all right? This nigga's a creep.
Well, I had asked the two girls. I told them like sometimes you get hard when dancing. They was like,
You had 2 girls?
it was 2 women that I was talking to about this.
Got you. My bad. I misheard that.
What's wrong with you?
There's a casual conversation after a menage a trois.
Wow.
So, ladies.
Nah, but they both said like if a dude's dick get hard, that's like him doing too much, and that's like disgusting to them. Like to them, a wine is just a wine. It's not sexual. And I'm like, how can it not be sexual when you got a big old butt grinding on your dick? Shit waving and moving and gyrating and shit bouncing on you, and you looking down at it, you touching it, and you don't feel nothing.
No, my thing is, look, I see it's there. It's like I'm enjoying it, whatever. But like my mind is more so on keeping a rhythm. So I'm dancing with you. I'm trying to, make sure the dance is good. I'm not thinking about, oh yeah, the ass so fat.
So that means you go soft when you fucking.
Yeah. Wow.
What? Fucking and dancing is 2 different things. It's 2 different
You ever
aspects.
Time out.
Go.
You not thinking about the rhythm when you fucking somebody? You're not thinking about the stroke?
It's not the same rhythm, bro. There's not music in my background while I'm like, no.
If she's close to getting her, listen, if she's close to getting to her climax, right?
Right.
She like, keep doing what you're doing. You
Right.
doing a little wine in the vagina.
I'm gonna keep it going.
All right.
Wine in the vagina.
You're gonna have to think about, all right, I gotta keep this going. I gotta keep this going.
No. All right.
You can do
gotta
2 things
understand,
at once, right?
I can do
Which means you can get hard and dance at the same time.
Bro, I don't have to get hard though. I don't have to have the stiffy while I'm dancing, bro. It's like it's something. First of all, it's something I used to. I've been dancing like that since I was a kid, like young. So it's like I don't.
You was going to dance halls when you was a kid?
Yeah, I got 2 aunts that was older than me, bro. I was going everywhere with them.
Oh shit, you was lit.
Yeah.
All right. You experienced, that's why. It ain't nothing for you.
You ever see the dude in the club dancing with the girl and he just straight humping?
Bro.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the same. That's the same energy. Like,
But don't they do the dagger and shit?
yeah, but that's a dance.
but that's
I'm talking
a
about the
rhythm
nigga
thing,
that
too.
it be fucking slow wine,
And
they just like he looked like he just horny trying to hump.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Or like when R. Kelly come on, I don't see nothing wrong.
and you fucking pumping.
But I ain't gonna lie.
Why you pumping?
I'm not gonna lie. I've been to the what spot did I go to? I went to Epic Lounge, right?
Epic in Queens.
Yeah. So I went to Epic.
Shout out to Epic.
Shout out to Queens.
Shout out my man DJ Chef.
Shout out Brooklyn.
So why? So
You see how that just sound better?
no.
Shout out Queens. Yeah, shout out Brooklyn. Like it just sounds.
All you did was change the
What
base of
the-
your
yeah,
voice
but
from
say
one
it,
word to the other.
Say it.
Yo, shout out Queens.
Now say.
Shout out Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Yo.
One night went to Epic Lounge, right? So we ordered
Bottles.
and there's that might have happened.
Paint the picture.
So so this guy is like, you know how people want to dance with a girl, so they come up to you, be like, yo, they see something and they talking whatever. So we don't know this dude. So he's like, yeah, go get that. So we're not paying him no mind. Like, yo, go do your thing.
Right.
So he kept coming back. It's like, yo, she right there. Go get that, whatever. So he finally dancing with the girl, right? And she trying to catch a rhythm. This nigga straight
Just rocking the shit.
Yep.
fucking taking her to Pound Town.
That be niggas who really can't dance like that.
They can't,
Yeah,
bro.
but that's
And
all they
then-
know.
And then when the girls tell him like, yo, like you see it on her face, it went from like, okay, and then it like transformed and like, oh, get this nigga the fuck off
Yeah.
of me. I was like, yeah, bro, you did bad out here. But the thing was, it looked like he was humping for horn. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's
the
understandable.
difference.
That's
That-
understandable.
yeah.
But I'm saying you catching a little wine, your waist moving. You ever danced compa before?
I've seen it.
You know what compa is? Compa is the Haitian salsa. It's like the Haitian dance.
When you put your thigh between their thigh and y'all.
Yeah.
And it's like very
Yeah, wrestle.
sensual. Their legs rubbing on you. You What is that?
That's the legs.
That's
That's
scissor?
legs. That's what it is, basically.
Niggas' fingers is scissoring.
This is
Scissor.
scissors, nigga.
This is scissors too.
No, that's
Standing scissors.
This is laying down on your back scissors.
this is more like paperclip.
This is a gang sign. I just know it. This is something right here. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat.
Now we're gonna get jumped.
Melody says, I believe you, Drew. I think Shake and Austin are capping. Yeah, I know they capping. They can't be serious.
Yo, I
I'm
never
not
said
saying
it
it
never
never
happens.
happens.
I said it don't happen today.
to y'all.
Yeah, to us.
Okay.
Who are we talking about?
Never
Hey,
mind.
yo.
Because I could control myself.
Right, I'm going to dance and
All
have
right,
fun.
don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and
Don't get me wrong. My boy might jump like, oh, she nice, but it's not gonna like full on stiffy.
you don't low key be wanting her to feel your shit.
End of the night
Huh?
when you
Nothing.
like, I'm about to, this is probably the one. You know,
I'm not letting that
you
slide.
vibing with longer. I ain't hear what
Yo,
you said.
Lily says, laughing my ass off. Humpy fi horn is wild.
Right.
That's crazy. And Lily also says, if he presses up against me, I stop because that's assault. So Lily, how do you like when a guy approaches you when it comes to like dancing? Like, do you like when he comes from the front and grabs your hand and then spins you around and pulls you in, or do you like when he like,
This is a good conversation.
may I have this dance? May I have this dance, girl? Or do you like when he just slides behind you?
Good evening, my lady.
Let us know in the chat, ladies. How do y'all like a guy to approach you?
I just want to know
When it comes to dancing.
I just was inquisitive if you want to join me in this thine waistline rotation.
Let me ask y'all another question.
Your approach could get you to dance or not. That's the thing. It's like
True.
that shit is make or break, and you got to know who to approach and how
Yo,
to approach.
this-
Just
how do you approach?
From vibing and watching, you got to know their energy. You got to
Right.
you got to see if they dancing. You got to see what their vibe is like.
How do you approach?
I don't.
There's been
I'm saying,
No,
back,
ain't
back
no,
in the
you
day.
know.
How did you approach?
back in the day.
Nah,
when
one
was-
you gotta make sure you're not looking like a creep. You having fun. You dancing. Your energy is good.
Okay, vibe up, vibe
yeah,
up.
vibe up. Some females, like if they real fun, having fun with it, like you could just pull up behind them and dance. Right? They cool.
Right.
They always check.
Right,
They always check.
That look back is the deal breaker right,
Right.
there. If she looked back, and then
That's the make or break right
that's
there.
That's
Facts.
the sign right there. That's
Yeah.
the sign on the dotted line. If she look back
They
and
always
keep going, it's
they
like,
always check.
woo, like,
What? Don't try to dance with a girl who's just standing there.
I don't know.
Don't try to dance with a girl who just be standing there, because most likely they just standing there for a reason.
Sometimes the one who would just be standing there, they be with it. They just be
Nah, if they got a little bop or they like feeling the music, but if they just standing there, don't do it.
right.
Don't do it.
And don't don't do it. Like,
these
don't-
are tips for carnival guys.
Yo,
And don't beg
why-
for a dance.
Word,
Don't be like,
beg.
wow, what happened? Don't do that.
Yeah,
Just if
that's
they don't
good.
dance, just
That's
move
good.
on.
Just walk
Just
away.
move on.
That's
Walk
corny.
away. Like,
Yeah,
if
don't
she-
say, "All right, fuck you, bitch." Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Niggas be doing that.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Niggas be doing that.
Nah, there's been times where it's like I've danced with a girl that's said no. It's just like, yo, maybe she wasn't in the mood at that time. Come back later, she with it.
Yeah.
But like you trying to force the issue is like, just don't.
It's
do
weird.
It. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Don't
Just
ask
do it.
why. Don't be like, yo, what's up? What happened? Don't do that.
Why you fronting on me? Like,
Yeah. If a girl dubs you, period, don't ever go back and ask her
baby,
what happened.
welcome to the party.
Just move on. Lauren says, yes, we have to look back and check. And Melody says, I actually like to dance with a guy. If I'm really into you, the dance might become a bit more intimate. Oh, Melody, you kissing on the dance floor? You little freak. You.
See, look,
She kissing on the
she
dance floor.
whining for horn. You see this?
All right, last question before we move on. One of the girls that I was talking to this about.
Wait,
she's-
before you do that, right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, don't like if you drink, right? If you're drinking, you at a party, before you go out on the dance floor, try to get yourself together. Because there's been plenty of times I've been out on the dance floor and I was a little tipsy and the ground wasn't really underneath me and I started leaning. I started
leaning over the girl.
Yeah, and I was like, oof, I had to catch myself. And then they started going low. I'm like, yo, listen, hey.
That's when you gotta put your foot on your hand on the
Yeah,
floor.
ladies, if you short, right, I get it, but like, don't go,
Go
lower.
lower. Like,
Don't go lower.
Listen to these old ass niggas. Don't go lower. My knees can't handle it no more.
I
Shut
should,
up.
I
Do
should
it.
pull up the clip of this nigga at the wedding.
right, right. That was- First of all, we not you.
This nigga,
You was dancing for horn that day, that night.
I really did.
That nigga was like this.
Nigga, I don't know if the video caught it, but I got up and I had to fix my shit a little bit.
Come on, man.
You was at Kyrie wedding with a stiffy.
Melody says, I'm too tall to go low.
That's why the bartender was looking at you like that.
Who? Me?
Yeah, what's that drink you was drinking?
Whiskey
that day?
ginger?
He was like, let me get a whiskey ginger.
Yo.
All right, last question before we move on. So one of the girls was saying, because the dancing is not that big of a deal when she goes to carnival,
Right.
her husband, she's married, her husband is allowed to dance with other girls in front of her. And she says she's also, you know, if she wanted
with
to,
other guys.
she could dance with other guys.
Right.
She says she most of the time doesn't because guys can get disrespectful, especially when they know that that's her husband.
Right.
Like they'll do some shit, and I don't agree with that at all. I don't care
Don't
where
get me
we
wrong.
at.
I think it's nice that, I know that, like, if that was my girl, I know I have permission, but I'm probably not going to entertain it. And the only reason why is because I know what could come with it. Even though you say, yeah, it's cool, like, whatever, do what you want to do.
I think if you keep it simple, right?
Right.
Like don't pick her up.
Don't smack the ass.
Don't smack her ass. Like you
Yeah.
just dance and you enjoy the vibe, blah, blah. Don't dance back there for too long.
Yeah.
Don't dance front to front. Don't do this.
You can't dance front to front. Don't scissor.
Nah, that's more intimate because you're looking at each other in the face. when you're
Right.
dancing. That's more
Okay.
intimate.
Yeah, that compa shit, when they be,
But you could do compa without all the sexual stuff. Like you could do it like far away, very
Yeah.
polite and respectful. It's the ways to do it. You feel me?
no, there is, but
They don't show it like
there
that.
was one party I went to, right? There was I didn't know it was like a Haitian flex, like compa everything. Or they just had like a long compa set, right?
Yeah.
And this dude was like next to me with this girl, they dancing, they getting real close, right? So I look, like she's looking at him, he looking at her, then they started kissing. I was like, yo, and he looked at me, I said, yo, she's pregnant. I told her, yo, she's pregnant. She's pregnant right now. After that dance y'all just did, that was sex.
Oh, I thought you meant she's really pregnant. I was about to say, you
say,
can't kiss a
damn.
girl because she's pregnant? You ever kissed a pregnant girl before?
What's good with your man,
Nope.
You never kissed
What's good?
Nigga looked at me. Nope.
Nope.
You ain't gonna get me,
I knew he's
nigga.
gonna
Nope.
ask. No, I know you gonna get it. I knew he's gonna ask. How many pregnant women have you kissed?
I've
Right.
never, to my knowledge, I've never kissed a pregnant
I've
girl.
never kissed a
I
pregnant
don't
girl
think.
either. Never. Get your stomach out the way.
Yo, all right, so moving on, right? We got a Love is Blind. Is love blind? Austin, I'll let you take it from here.
So, over the weekend, Love is Blind. If y'all don't know, Love is Blind is a show we talked about. I think the first season. They did the third season. Over the
was a
weekend, they
while
had the
ago.
reunion, and this time around, there were 3 married couples coming out of it, and it's
Which
the
is a
most.
good
It's the
turnout.
most so far, yeah. Because I think it was like season 1 was like 1, season 2 was like 2, like
Yeah.
So it's like more and more couples are actually getting married,
Right.
and finding successful relationships with starting off as not seeing each other and going through a couple of dates, and just not seeing each other, just straight conversation.
Which could also be a tactic in itself. Like
Straight game.
Getting married after the show could probably mean bigger business for both of them. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like if you get married, I would assume
It could
like
be lucrative.
it's more lucrative if you stay together as a couple because people know you as a couple from that show and you could get more endorsements.
Oh
and like
yeah,
that.
I mean,
But
they obviously they get a lot of fame and attention.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's TV, whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, some of them you could question how genuine they are, but people are actually going through with it, right?
Right.
Like, and they're happy it lasts. So I wanted to ask y'all, like, could you go on dates with somebody without seeing them, just straight conversation, not knowing what they look like, and could it get to that point where you actually start to feel like you can fall in love with this person and see a future with that person? It's just straight conversation.
Fuck no.
No.
No. Yo, I gotta see you before anything else. Like the first what is it? Wall infiltration? Oh, I don't fucking know. But the first thing that I see is how you look.
Interaction?
No, the first thing that I see, the first line of defense is your looks. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah.
You
I
said
fucked that
mad
up.
words. You said infiltration.
I
You
fucked
said-
that up. But listen, the first thing I
It's a
see,
military man.
the
Alright,
first
Call
thing,
of Duty.
the first thing I see is the way you look,
Right.
and that's what attracts me initially. You could have the sexiest voice. Don't get me wrong. You could sound good. You could be talking that shit. We could connect with your mind and all that beautiful stuff. But if I don't find you attractive, it ain't gonna work. So no, that's my answer.
So you said just meeting the person and just straight off conversation?
Straight up conversation.
You don't see them.
So the way this show happens is they go through a series of dates, right? There's a big pool of people,
Right.
So you speed dating kind of on the first time. You're like, I vibe with this person. I'm gonna go on another date with them, right? So you don't see each other for the first 2 weeks or 1 week or whatever it is,
Right.
But they get to a point where it's like, hey, I actually like this person and connect with this person on such a level that I want to move forward into exploring whether we can get married or not. Like I actually feel like I have love for this person. Like I built up something through pure conversation, not knowing what they look like,
Right.
not knowing how heavy they are, not knowing how tall they are, not knowing their skin color, like none of that.
Russian roulette. I can't do it.
No?
I'm sorry. Like, we can have great conversation, but I think it goes back to what Bello said. It's like there's a certain type that I like. And if you don't fit that type, the conversation could be great. But if you don't fit it, it's like,
What is your type?
right. So if you don't fit the type, then it's like,
You're like
I
a
don't know.
thick gal in. Nah, I think for me, I don't, like you said, I think the visual is very important to me too. So I can have conversations with you all day, but when I see you, all of that is probably gonna go out the window. And I think that's the part of the show that kind of tweaks me because people get surprised when it's like, all right, they connected, they decided to move forward, but then when they saw each other,
Right.
everything just kind of, but I feel like that's a normal reaction.
Especially if you chop. If you're
Very true.
It's different. You can have a conversation with somebody without seeing them, never seeing them, and it's like one pure thing is like one thing is like eye connection, like when we
Hey,
see
yo,
each other.
don't look at me.
I'm
and
looking
say
you
that
in your
shit.
face.
Fuck, man. What's wrong with this dude?
Well, why the fuck you still looking?
But you, what?
Why are you still looking?
What
Nigga,
is
close
happening?
your eyes.
You saw
What
his
is
face.
happening?
Close your eyes.
Nah, but like there's just like little personality traits that you can see in somebody like when you're talking to them and having a conversation with them in person.
Right.
You know,
But if you think about it, the qualities that make you want to stay with someone long term, right?
Right.
They're like past physical.
True.
So maybe we going about it all wrong.
Nah.
Because we did have the last episode where we asked like, how much would you sacrifice looks wise for you to be with somebody? Like, what's the lowest you can go on a scale of 1 to 10 for you to be with somebody? And I think we all pretty much said 7. I think you said 7 too.
I think I said so.
7.5.
Yeah, 7.5, 7, which is not bad looking, but what's most important is the qualities on the inside. Is she a good person?
That's
shit.
true. But if the conversation and qualities are 10 and you look like a 4, how long do you expect me to stick around with the 4 looks?
Right. And
Like,
if you a 9, right? It's like, all right, I got a lot of years with a 9 before she start turning into an 8.76.
What do you mean?
You said that basically the physical in the long run is not going to be as important.
Right.
So
Beauty fades.
exactly.
Right.
So, but I got a good run of years with a 9 before.
Yeah.
I don't want to run a couple
But
of years with a 4.
at least in 15 years, she's gonna be a 7. If you get with a 4, in 15 years, she's gonna be a 3, a 2, maybe a 1.
Blast off.
What y'all think in the chat? Let us know. Would y'all ever go on the Love is Blind dating show?
Blind dates, y'all.
Could y'all ever do a blind date? Be with someone who you haven't physically seen? Let us know in the chats. And if you are here, make sure you like the video.
You ever done a blind date before?
No, never.
You? Interesting.
I mean, kind of. I had a friend long time ago who invited me out with his girl and his girl's friend, and it was like a double date type thing. I didn't know how she looked, so I guess that's kind of considered a blind date. But we never set it up on some like blind
Did you
dates.
consider it a date though?
I mean, yeah, in my head it was kind of a
set
date. It was
they
movies.
set it up as a yeah.
She was like, "Yo, bring Drew." His girl was like, "Yo, bring Drew." Da da.
Yeah.
was
They
hit.
basically said we got 2 single friends, bring them together.
She was hit, and I wasn't attractive back then.
All right,
So you really enjoyed the movie.
All right. Hit
yeah,
like,
exactly, exactly.
All right. Hit like fender bender or hit like Mack truck?
Hit like totaled car.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's it.
I feel bad for her.
hit. She was hit.
She's someone's 10.
Just not yours.
The fuck? Nigga, now he want to be Jesus in this fucking on this show. Yo, if you are in the chat, let yourself be know what's up. The chat is y'all not interacting today. We want to hear more. We want y'all to say
Yeah,
more.
nobody in the chat dating these days.
Yeah, what's up? Y'all single? Y'all lonely? All right, moving on. So we got Pusha T, right? Well, we still on news on the scroll, but
My bad.
we got Pusha T. Pusha T, his wife actually came out. She was doing a Q&A on her Instagram, and someone had asked her a question, and she answered it, and people were a little riled up over what she said. So the question was, someone asked, was it hard dating a celebrity in the beginning? How do you handle it now? And her response was, if I'm being honest, initially the only thing hard about it was being okay with being the oddball in the room, not looking like a rapper girlfriend / wife. I used to feel awkward amongst the women who had a fake ass, bodycon, dress, and cake face. But for a while now, I've thought I'm way cooler. She gave the little shrug emoji. And then people really didn't like the fact that she came out and said that. I got some comments. One girl says, she really could have left the other woman out of it instead of comparing herself to others. She should have just let it be known that her style is her personal preference. You lose the game when you have to bring up other women to prove a point in your own life. Another girl says, there really is a way to speak positively about yourself, even addressing insecurities without being degrading to other women. And then people are defending her, saying how she's insecure, she spoke her truth, blah, blah, blah. What do y'all think about that?
Do you think she was degrading in that comment?
No.
Like, what exactly did she say that was degrading? She just called it out as like, hey, this is who's in the room.
Right.
Right.
So she declared that, hey, I'm not like everybody else in the room because everybody else in the room is XYZ. I don't think it's necessarily degrading. I think people are triggered because I think there is some type of degrading, you know, me personally, like I'm not with the fake stuff and the blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like, for me, it's like, I feel like it is degrading, but I think it just triggered people because she said that.
Yeah, I mean, if the shoe fits. But you have to also think about her position. She's probably felt degraded for a long time. Like, you with a rapper, you know what he's around. You know what most of the society considers beauty, what beauty standards are now. So she probably feels like, for a long time, she probably felt like, damn, like, I don't live up to this fake ass. I don't live up to this shit. Maybe things were said, you know?
I wouldn't be surprised if, like, insecurities was kicked up.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like looking around the room, you see that you stand out amongst the majority.
Right. You not being what the beauty standard is makes you different and therefore more valuable.
Not the beauty standard. Whatever that standard is not the beauty standard.
Well, it is the beauty standard. Lip fillers, hourglass shape, ass. That's the beauty standard now. That's the trending standard. That's why they all getting them shits dissolved and removed because it was trending. Right.
But that shit was, for me, it just never was. It was never like beautiful. It wasn't attractive. It was just like, you look like what's trending, right? You look like you did this to look like somebody, to look like you had money, look like you had status, right? You didn't earn it, you didn't work for it, like you bought it, you went and got it done, right? Like, whereas like some people, they work out, they get their body right, blah blah blah, or they're natural, blah blah blah.
Is that a turn off? That's a turn off for you?
That's a turn off.
The plastic?
Yeah, like getting body done or like getting anything touched up. Is that a turn off for you, or do you not mind it?
If you have something you feel like you need to improve on, like, all right, cool, go ahead. But like, if it becomes the point where it becomes excessive, where it's like you feel like you need to fix everything, like you can't accept the fact that, hey, your nose might not be as straight as somebody else's, or, you know what I'm saying, you might not have the fattest ass or the biggest breast or whatever the case may be.
I don't know why. When you said that, I just imagined you with a wig with your nose. Like a girl who had your nose with a wig. I'm sorry. Anyway, continue. Because if she looked like you, I'm not going to lie, she got to get some work done, bro.
What's your take on it?
Why?
I got him, yes.
I don't understand why.
Gotcha, bitch.
I don't know why, because if he put a wig on, he would look like a fucking witch. And I'm not going to get off that. You would look like a witch. You know what I'm saying? That long-ass nose.
Yo, I think that some girls,
Did you like when you drink cereal as a kid, right? You know you do this?
Shut
like
up. Yes.
You almost drown?
No.
Oh, okay.
You didn't even notice where he was going
I thought he was
with
going
that.
to say, did it get on my nose? Because it did get on my nose. I got a pointy nose.
Yeah.
Nigga, your nose couldn't fit in the bowl to drink your milk, bitch.
Battery.
Go change your battery.
Damn. All right, keep the convo going.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, I had to actually look to see what she looked like. And when I went to her page, Pusha T's wife, I said, oh, she's normal. She's her. Like, you know, she looks natural, right? And to be, she was plain Jane? Yeah, natural, plain.
Regular.
Stop lying. But for me, it was like, I get why she said that, right? Like, she doesn't follow that trending look, you know? So it's like, if anything, people should be tipping their hats to her for not, falling into that path or being, persuaded by the industry to feel like this is what she needs to look like or what she must look like.
And be honest with you, maybe Pusha T seen so much of that, he's like, yo, I need something outside of that.
True. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. You got the camera on?
No, nigga.
All right, come on.
What, you want your solo?
Nah, it don't need to be a solo. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Do you know what I've been seeing recently? I'm gonna say this. A girl who don't got no work done and is just naturally beautiful.
So attractive.
Not only is she so attractive, but the girls that do have work done and they did go get the ass done and the titties done and the lips done and they got the hair, a girl like that is a threat to them. Not all of them, but to a lot of them.
The natural girls.
Be a threat to the ones who went and got all that money and that work done and shit, because she don't have to do that to attract a guy.
Right.
So I think that as that's Pusha T's wife. She should be able to talk her shit. Like, yo, I feel like I'm beautiful and I'm me. Like, whatever she said, I agree with her. You gotta talk your shit.
Right.
You didn't have to go that route for you to attract a rapper or someone of high status.
She got a ring, right?
Exactly. She got a ring. She's doing something right.
Yep.
So talk your shit. Who gives a fuck if someone's mad about the shit? Right. Fuck them.
And I feel like a lot of the people who say like, oh, she could have said this without degrading somebody or bashing or whatever the case may be. It's like how do you call that? Like, my thing is, she's not her giving her opinion on an experience she had. How is that bashing anybody? It's like people be so quick to play this person is disrespecting this person. No, you can give your opinion. It may not be the way you want to hear it, but it's an opinion nonetheless.
I think the way where they felt some type of way was where she says, "I've thought I'm way cooler." There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Yo, there's people out there
There's nothing wrong with saying that. Exactly.
They cool.
Talk your shit. Who cares? Why are you mad?
Because
she's herself.
Exactly. Because those girls be the first ones to be like, yo, my ass fat, I got this, I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you talking shit too, so let her talk her shit. Don't be mad. Anyway, let us know what y'all think in the chat.
Wait, but you didn't answer.
What?
Do you think is that a no-go for you if she got work done?
Hell no. Bring it, niggas. I like that shit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it crazy, but I seen some girls who got their ass done and it looks amazing.
Right. Yeah.
They body looks good. I don't mind it at all.
That's why I said like a little bit
Titties
fine.
done. Yeah.
But
I don't
if
mind
you sit on the toilet and you freaking touching the ceiling like it's
Right.
something different.
Yeah. As long as it's not too much to where you're like looking fake.
I feel like that shit always too much.
Nah, sometimes it
I seen people who got it done that didn't need to get it done.
Right.
And I seen people who got it done that did need it.
That did need
They
it?
did.
They did.
Yes. And they got it, and it definitely helps because I'll be like, oh shit, you know, a little something back there
I've
now.
seen a
You
couple-
know what I mean? You know
I
what I'm talking about?
seen
Yeah.
a couple girls I know back pockets used to touch.
Shit about to fucking start a fire and shit. Just Tay, what up? Just Tay in the chat.
Yep.
They say plastic doesn't substitute genetics at the end of the day. That's a fact.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. Yeah, man. You know, sometimes you just gotta be comfortable with who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta be comfortable with who you are.
I didn't know that lip fillers was like growing as a thing. I feel like people be looking crazy with lip fillers.
Yeah, when did black girls when did black girls start getting lip fillers? I'm confused. Like, that shit is crazy to me.
And that shit always like, I don't know if they just be showing when it's swollen or if it always look like that.
Right.
But like, even from the side, like your shit don't even move no more when you smile or laugh. Your shit always stuck. Look,
Yo,
it's that top lip always hanging there. Like your top lip not supposed to be bigger than your bottom lip. Like,
that's a fact.
I don't know. That should just be looking bad.
Can't drink no fucking soup.
Yo,
But
y'all
for me,
niggas is stupid.
I'm not attracted to any of that at all.
All right, moving on. Let us know what y'all think in the chat. But moving on, we got Marcus Houston.
Oh boy.
Marcus Houston opens up about the backlash he's received regarding the age difference between him and his wife. What was the conversation? Oh yeah, he says, I could have married a 41-year-old woman it would have been disastrous. He says women his age come with baggage and kids. Now, I'm going to ask y'all.
So he got him a younger,
He got him a little pretty young thing.
pretty young thing.
Wow, is she 21?
I don't like how you said that.
She 21 years old. Pretty young thing.
Creepy.
He decided to
No.
go for a 21-year-old instead of a 41-year-old.
Right. No
Because
partners,
baggage.
no boyfriends,
No experience.
no experience. Just easy to just
pure.
pure, just easy to twist up their mind, you know? Get them to do what you want them to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Shake.
I don't.
All right.
You're going a little too far.
But what do y'all think about that? What do you think about his comments about women who are older having more baggage? Because I agree. I do agree with that. I do think that the older you get, and I don't even think it's just a woman thing. I think the older anybody gets, the more experiences you have in life, and the more chances you've probably had heartbreak, you've had failed relationships, you've had failed businesses, you've had a bunch of, you try shit, you fail shit. So the person you are at 21 is different from the person that you are at 31, 41. And you could be a little bit more callous. And if we're talking about women, you could not be as open, not
Right.
as soft. You know, you're taking on more shit. You paying your own rent. You got to do the masculine duties of life for you to get ahead.
Right.
So, like, I agree with that statement.
I think I don't want to mix up bringing experience to a relationship with bringing baggage. Right? Baggage is like the stuff that when you say baggage, like this is weight on our relationship.
Problems.
Right. This is problems, right? Like this is gonna be conflicts now or eventually be conflicts. I think kids is baggage.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that's like, all right, you got kids. All right, where's their parents? You know, you're feeding them, you find them a home. Like, especially if it's not my kids. So, like, going into a relationship with somebody who has kids and, you know, if they're in their 40s, their kids are, you know, a decent age. Where it's
Probably,
like
yeah. Unless they have kids like when I'm gonna have kids.
teenagers or like whatever. Like, that's even more baggage, right? Like, you're walking into a relationship with someone who has a teenager.
Right.
Especially if you don't got your own teenager.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they want to beat your ass when you treat their mom bad, you know? Never mind.
You get beat up by a teenager, that's crazy.
There's some big teenagers out there. I played with them in 24-hour fitness.
What?
Played ball with them in 24-hour fitness. What the fuck?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Shake, what do you think?
I feel like in regards to this situation, that he didn't have to explain anything. I feel like in him explaining something, it made it worse. Like, if that's what you did, you know what I'm saying? It's not, you know what I'm saying? You put it, now you left it to the court of public opinion. Because now you put it out there like, oh, yeah, because, you know, women, you know, I could have got with a 41-year-old. Now all the 41-year-old women is like, oh, what he trying to say? Or all the older women are saying, like, what you trying to say? Oh, they come with baggage. Oh, now we the problem. Like, so many things can get mixed up in it.
Yeah.
When all he was really saying was, you know what? This is my wife. I'm with her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We figured shit out.
What do you think about it? Do you think that women who are older come with more baggage?
And what's some kind of baggage?
It's
that you think?
definitely circumstantial. I do feel that, you know, some older women got it together. There are some older women who, depending on their situation, do have baggage. It could be they didn't get over somebody. They could be exiting the marriage. They could be, you know, they could have kids.
Exiting the marriage is a good point.
Right.
That's baggage?
That's baggage.
Yeah.
If you're currently on your way out of a marriage, that's baggage. If you were married before and it was like 5 years before, that's still baggage.
Right.
Yeah, it's still baggage because of the experience you went through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Divorce that shit fucks people up for a long time.
Yeah. And then in turn with the baggage, now they're probably in this, like, say they're in a relationship with you or you're in a relationship, whatever, and now this person with that baggage is now looking for red flags. They're looking for
Because of their previous relationship.
Right, like,
yeah.
oh man, I've been through that before. Like, this looks familiar, and then it's like you could never get past that threshold because of her holding on or harping on certain things. But I do feel even with like I said before, there are some older women who probably went, healed, got through their situations, and now they don't come with all that.
Yeah.
Some women do.
I ain't met him yet.
Well,
You're looking for a 40-year-old woman?
Shit, 30s be crazy. I'm not gonna lie, nigga. 30s be crazy too. A lot can happen from 20 to 30.
absolutely.
And that's on me too. Like, you know, I've been through shit. I have fair relationships. I fucked up. I fucked up. And you know, I'm a little fucked up too, to be honest. I have my own things about me. So
Right.
What's one thing about you that you think is baggage?
my trust. I don't give trust away easily to women.
Right.
I don't trust them.
He meant that shit. He's like, I don't trust him.
I don't.
Period.
And I'm not saying. And not sometimes. It's hard for me to open up fully to a woman. But when it is, when I do open up, something might happen.
Right.
And I might blow it out of proportion in my head and just close back up again. That's like my one thing that I'm working on.
I feel like that's baggage, though.
Yeah, that's baggage. That's definitely baggage.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that a girl wants you to do when you with her is open up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not saying that you should be opening up all the time. Like, I think you should gauge it. but-
Microdose.
right. You should give a little bit here and there. You shouldn't be, hey, baby, blah, 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 crying to her and shit.
Why don't you believe it?
Right.
That's that fake crime.
But
When I was 5,
my uncle said we're going on a fishing trip and he
Dad never came back with the milk.
Yo, Melody says Marcus Houston got some heat about his relationship because he started saying his wife when she was only 17 years old. That's kind of crazy.
All that time chasing Tia and Tamara. Now look at you.
I'm dead.
Yo, this nigga's stupid. Alicia B. Shout out Alicia B in the chat.
Hey.
He says he married her at 19. He married her when she was 19. Okay.
Right.
And Melody says Marcus Houston got. Oh, she wrote that twice. She says, "Yup, he then married her once she turned 18 or 19." I think.
I do feel that a lot of people out there feel like she was groomed for this position. Like, they say he met her at a young age and then, talking to her and, I guess getting to know her. Like, they feel like she was groomed, like basically
To be a wife.
to be a wife, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
How do y'all feel about that? Would y'all date a girl? Would y'all date a girl who was 19,
absolutely not.
19, 20?
Absolutely not.
21.
You date a girl who's 21?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
What the fuck is the difference between 19 and 21?
2 years.
21 is the legal drinking age.
So as long as she's able to drink.
Yeah. Imagine going out on a date with someone who's 19 and you go to get a drink and they can't get a drink.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, what's going on? Yo, what you want to drink? Juice? What?
Shake, what about you? You said no to 21, right?
Nah.
So what's the lowest you would go?
I would say
Listen up, ladies.
24.
And this is for everything?
I mean, yeah.
Like relationship and just like casual.
right. Yeah.
Sex.
Yeah. I don't want to.
That's what you meant?
Yeah.
Casual sex?
All right, nigga. The fuck?
Relax,
I'm
bro.
just
Like,
curious.
God damn.
that-
Sex. Yeah, sex.
Yes.
Austin.
yeah, that would be the youngest. Only because it's like because I have a younger sister who's 18.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want nobody that's
Yeah.
like
Makes sense.
close to that.
Okay.
I'm straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would date a girl who's 20, 21. 20,
18?
21. 18, nah, pushing it. 18 is kind of crazy. 18 like fresh out of high school.
Oh, and I used to like do counseling after school, like the after school program and shit. Imagine me going to the club and it's like, oh, you used to watch me in after school.
Yeah, that's different.
I'm like, wait a minute.
That's real different.
First of all, I'm not here. Like, I gotta go. Like,
I'm thinking high school, damn, that's kind of crazy. When I was in high school, she was like in fucking junior high school.
that's what I'm saying,
It's
bro.
kinda
When,
wild
when
when
you
you-
think
you
yeah,
about
but
can't
you
think
just
about
don't
it
you
like
just don't
that.
think about it like that. That's all.
I cannot think about it.
I
bro.
can.
It's worse if you knew him. When, like, if you was like you said, like you counseling.
yeah, that's
right,
crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
wild.
But I think that's what the thing is with this situation because he knew her prior to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but 17 is legal in a lot of places.
True.
Not in my world.
Let us know. Let us know in the chat what y'all think. Nikki, shout out Nikki in the chat. She
Nikki!
says he did a video where he said people don't understand his relationship, and that as she got older, they had more in common. Okay. And Melody says that age difference is wild. There's no way I can relate to a man who's in his 40s when I was 18 or 19. That's too weird. I don't think that he's looking for someone to relate to. I think he just wants a wife. And I think he just wanted a young wife. And to be honest, a lot of cultures do that.
True.
They get a young, back in the day, in the olden days, fathers used to give their daughters away to like older men who were established and who they felt like the babies would add to their family.
Yep.
It was all about bringing them together. And the younger you were as a woman, the better it was for like, fertility and stuff. So, I think it's more weird in the States, but like once you go outside to other countries, it's not all that crazy.
Yeah. What's the I guess for everybody in the chat, what's that age gap for y'all like?
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of people, they don't like to go. Well, a lot of women don't like to date younger guys.
Right.
Right. They won't go for a younger guy. So like, you look at it different.
They
It's
say
like,
that, but they do.
They do?
Yes, for sure.
I guess when they get a certain age, they start going the opposite direction.
What I find is that a girl will say what she likes.
Right.
She'll say it. But when she finds a guy, like she meets that right young nigga who's like, who's about his shit and he just turns on her buttons, all that shit goes out the window.
Absolutely.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've been that person.
Used to hate in high school when the girls would leave and hop in the Benz and it wasn't their parents.
Right. Yeah.
Some nigga named Oliver.
Right.
Niggas
in
in
fucking
college
his
ready.
last year of college.
Last year of college.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of that going on in high school. Like girls was dating guys who were way older than them.
Right.
Like way older, which is, ain't gonna be
Damn,
my
we need
daughter.
a female guest. I need somebody to tell us what's that experience like. A female. At what age do you feel like you start to, or from your experience, females start to go from I like older guys to I want to start experiencing younger guys?
Right.
And I feel like it's that like high 30s mark where
Right.
they start looking back like, all right, maybe I want some young dick.
I'm clipping that by itself and I'm making that a clip. Melody says,
Why?
maybe I want some young.
Oh,
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get
Don't
you.
do that.
Melody says, well, I'm not in that culture, hun. My father would have given me the mean Caribbean side eye. Okay, Melody, I hear you.
Bombastic side eye.
Nikki says, I wouldn't date anyone younger than me, but wouldn't date anyone 10 plus years older. Okay, Nikki.
10 plus years? Okay.
Let me ask
10
you.
is a lot.
10 is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
10 is a lot.
If I'm 35 and she's 25, that's not a lot. I'm sorry. It also depends on where you are. If you're 25 and she's 15, that's illegal.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
But like if you're 25 and or if I'm 35, she's 25, that's like she's 25, she's a grown woman.
Right. No, I get that. That's not, if you're 35, she's 25. All right, okay.
Could you go 10 years up?
If I was attracted to her, yeah, probably.
Like not just for
Man, that means she's
So would
30.
you-
That means
what-
she's 40.
I'm talking for a relationship.
What-
I'm
I
talking
don't
about for
think
the
so.
relationship.
Like long-term relationship?
Like this is the person that might be your wife.
Nah.
So what Drew is saying, he could go 10 years up if she looks like 10 years down.
Right. But I mean, looks is only so much with looks. 10 years is crazy. 40 years old to me being 30 is kind of like,
Like you're married to that person.
nah, I couldn't do that. Because in 10 years, I'm going to be 40. You're going to be 50. Ugh.
Yeah, Marcus Houston is 41 now?
Is he that young?
Yeah.
Man, I thought he was older than that.
41. His wife is 22?
Shout out
I mean,
you.
in 10 years, she gonna be 31. He gonna be 50 something.
50, yeah, 51.
Yeah.
What about you? Could you go 10 up?
No. For like a serious relationship, no.
You like him young and spry.
No, I think up probably like 5-6 years.
5, 6?
Yeah.
Shake, what about you? Could you do 10?
No.
No? What's the max you could go?
Yeah, I think 5 is fair. 5 is
Five is
definitely fair. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the perspective of a guy. So it's definitely different because we'll talk about going older and younger, where most females they'll go
Older.
They're like, hey, we're going older,
Right.
very little younger,
Right,
same
right.
or older versus when they get older and they just say just younger.
Let me ask y'all another question. So we gonna move on to what's the word real quick, but it's kind of in the same sphere. Are you intimidated, or do you expect conflict when you're dating a woman in her 30s who's more successful than you? Is that something you guys feel some type of intimidation with?
I think as a guy, I could see how dating a woman who's in her 30s, more successful, can make me intimidated. Especially because I want to be the masculine, the breadwinner. I want to be like, running the show in a relationship. And like, she's fully established. She got her own thing going. She's independent. She got all of that. So it's like me putting my foot into it and saying, I want to take lead, take control in a relationship and not be at her level. It's more intimidating. It's like, I got to work twice as hard. I got to prove myself twice as hard than I would in a normal relationship, like where we're kind of equals or I'm above.
Do you think that, is it always to where if the girl is more successful and making more money that she's running the show? Do you think that there are girls out there who will still, even though she's making more money, she's the breadwinner, she's still like, nah, you the man, and I'm gonna, you're the one that should be taking lead, even though I'm making more money than
Until they're not happy.
Ooh. Then it comes out.
They'll, and that's the thing. Women, they'll give you a chance,
right?
But you gotta step up to the plate, and you gotta step up to the plate fast. Because once they're not happy, you start to feel all that pressure of,
right?
Hey, she's more advanced. She's at a higher level. They'll trickle it down and show that they're in more control, and they put pressure on you. But it's really, I give them, I want to say like they could be with a guy for like year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe before the guy starts feeling that pressure of like, all right, yeah, she's,
And the pressure being what exactly? The fact that she wants him to like level up?
Or she's taking control. She wants him to level up.
Right.
She's making the decisions. Like you had your time, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
But at that point, me personally, I'm trying to level up for myself before any situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't like. It's okay. Like okay, you make bread, but I make my own bread over here. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like when guys get into relationships, most guys not really looking for money.
Right.
So
except for Austin.
Huh?
Are you paying attention?
You said most guys not looking for money?
Yeah.
Like from a woman?
Yeah.
I'm not looking for money. Come on, don't do that.
But you know what I'm talking about. You want her to be here with you.
It matters.
She just can't be
it,
here.
It matters, but that's not the first thing you go into. It's like, oh,
Nah,
you know what I'm
I'm not asking you what's your career first date. Like I'm not judging you on that first date. But if you are ambitious and you have interests, like money will come. But
Absolutely.
I'm not expecting you to tell me that, oh, I make this much this time, this year, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Nah.
Oh, you were finished?
Yeah.
Okay. So money, but you were saying money, do you feel like your girl making more money than you, is that going to be a hindrance in your relationship?
No.
Why?
Because you making more money doesn't mean you necessarily hold down the fort like I do.
And what does holding down the fort mean? Like cleaning the crib,
Not even just
cooking the
cleaning
food,
crib,
when
but
she gets
if-
home having the food made for her?
If you wake up in the morning and the lights is on, you're welcome. If every bill is taken care of, cool. If the mortgage is taken care of, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
I'm talking about dating. You saying with everything you saying is already established. That means y'all together. I'm talking about talking to a girl initially and having to convince her that you guys are compatible, or having to convince her that you're fit to go to that level, right? Like that initial conversation, those initial dates, right? Because the truth of the matter is, like, imagine I'm not, I'm not working, I'm not making that much money.
Right.
I'm probably in school, whatever, right? I don't have a car, still live with my parents. Trying to date a woman who has a car,
Right.
lives on her own,
Right.
is, at a good,
you-
peak in her career. Like,
Right.
there's a factor there that it's like, at some point you're gonna say, all right, is this gonna be a problem for me,
Yeah.
right? Because of that level of difference.
Yeah.
Not because that's her circumstance. She did stuff to put herself in that position. So do I look? Oh, so the way I have to look at it is, all right, is she too good for me, or do I have to step it up? Now, if I step it up, you know what I'm saying, get on my grind, hold it down, we ain't got nothing to worry about. But somebody who's insecure, maybe, that may look at that situation like, damn, she making more money than me, I don't got a chance. Well, yeah, you put yourself out the race now because you're not even trying to get to a position to where, all right, maybe it don't work for her, but it might work for somebody else
Yeah.
when I step it up.
I think saying that you don't got a chance is the worst thing you could do. You have
Tell
a chance.
yourself- yeah, don't tell
don't
yourself
take
that.
yourself out the race. But I do agree. I think you have a time limit with what you were saying earlier. You do
Absolutely.
have a certain amount of time to where you
Absolutely.
have to be able to be like, all right, right now you making more than me. Right now you're doing your thing, but I'm also a hustler. I'm also someone that can make bread
Right.
too. I can provide as well. And I think girls who are in a better position than most guys, they do give that, you know, all right, nigga,
They give you the leeway.
It's
They give
been
you the
2
leeway.
years, you know, you got to show me something here.
So that energy, you got to put that energy out there early when you're dating, just so that, because I feel like women are not as forgiving as men when it comes down
hell
to,
no.
you know, dating down.
Facts.
Right. I feel like men are way more forgiving in that situation. So it's like, you got to sell yourself a
Yeah,
little
we
bit
don't
harder.
date down.
I
We
feel
just
like
date.
I feel like I feel like with that is I guess
did
a
this.
survival thing at the end of the day, because you want somebody who's like, okay, you know, he makes a decent amount of money and this, that, and third. All right. But my thing is, if that's the first thing off the bat that you asking me, I'm probably not gonna fuck with you.
Well, how much you make?
Yeah. I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
fuck with
the
you.
asking for the number is crazy on first date.
So what's the way
If
they
you
could ask
if you ask me
What
about my
you into? What's your career?
Right, right.
What's
What do you do?
Yeah,
Right.
What do you do?
Well, I think what do you do is kind of the same as how much you make.
not really.
No.
Because yeah, you could Google something. You could Google.
Not at all,
you
nigga.
could Google like, oh, this career makes this much one day, and it'd be totally different the next.
Yeah, usually it gives you a range. you
Right.
know,
Yeah. If
16
I,
to
if I
110.
met you and I said, "Oh, I work for McDonald's," right?
Yeah.
How much you think I make a year?
30, 40.
I work in McDonald's national corporate office.
Well, you
And so,
shoulda led with that, nigga.
But like, I'm saying, like the perception, you can say whatever you want, but no one really knows how much you make. True.
Right.
Titles don't mean shit. Don't mean shit.
Titles be faking it.
Right.
Okay.
I'm a CEO.
See,
I'm a CEO.
yeah, CEO of
Right.
what?
Of my own fucking photography and film. Right. Like.
Oh, you were saying you were CEO.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. But like, it's just a title.
Yeah.
Right. Like.
And then with that, you don't know how much bread you're bringing in from that
Exactly.
shit. Yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, so let me ask y'all another question, right? Let's talk about this same situation. But let us know in the chat, by the way. Nikki says, I've dated guys 10 years older, and I didn't see a huge difference in some areas. It just taught me that age doesn't guarantee maturity. Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So let's talk about value for a second, right? Let's say, how do you show someone that you're dealing with? How do you make your partner aware of your value without getting attention from other people?
That's a good question. I think so. This kind of comes from like if you ever been in a relationship where you always seem like you weren't your partner's first choice. Like you always had a feeling that your partner kind of would turn their head quick, or they felt like you were disposable, right?
Right.
What is the best way to show that you have value in your relationship and as an individual, without being the first line of you going to get attention from somebody else, right? Instead of me saying, hey, she likes me a lot, I could get her easy, she can, we could work, so I want you to see that I have value.
Right.
Right? Without having to, because that, if you're in a relationship, tends to lead to you cheating to show that you have, some type of value in a relationship. So what do you do outside of that? Like, cut off the cheating, cut off looking for outside attention, and say, this is where my value is in your relationship. Like, how do you do that?
You literally just asked the question after I asked the question.
But I gave a little bit more context.
You did. Can you answer though?
Don't hate. Oh, you want me to answer?
Yeah, nigga.
That was my answer.
Oh, wow.
Jake?
You ain't answer nothing.
Nah. Well, first step, like I said, I wouldn't recommend looking for outside validation, right? So don't look to post more sexy pics on social media.
Tell them.
Don't look to, responding to guys in your DMs.
Tell 'em.
Right? Like that's not the value that the guy cares about.
Right.
The value that he cares about is showing that you take care of yourself, show him that you set goals and you achieve your goals, whether they're big or small. Show him that, you know, you're respectful of yourself and your partner at the same time. Like, there's a lot of ways to show your value, right? Show him that, you know, you are somebody for the future. How do you do that? Show him that you're nurturing. Show him that you can be a mom. Like, show him, you know, the true sides of you, right? Like the human sides of you, without needing someone else to basically say, hey, I can steal her away from you. And that's why you should value me, right? Like,
But
with a job, you think about a job, it's like, I'll get a job offer from another job so that my company knows that I have value and they can give me a raise.
Right.
Right. But in a relationship, that's cheating.
I don't know about that. I think sometimes people don't see your value until
Somebody else does.
exactly. Sometimes it takes for maybe in a situation to where it's your girl, your girl's friends be like, yo, your boyfriend is he's so attractive. He's an amazing boyfriend. I wish I had someone like your boyfriend, to where they're like, oh yeah, I do have a good guy. Like, sometimes that's what it takes.
Right.
Sometimes the outside validation helps your situation.
Right. Sometimes another girl come along and be like, oh, you been working out? And then, like, yeah, whatever. You might not take it as flirting, but like your shorty see it, be like, what the fuck was that? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And
Because-
But the action of you working out, right? Like, if you actually taking care, that's why I'm saying, like,
Right.
you don't need to post shirtless selfies and get DMs showing that you work out.
Right.
You just need to work out.
Right, but sometimes you're in a relationship so long that you working out, she might not even notice it.
Right.
She might not even. She's so used to you. She
Yeah.
might not even be. You might be doing all this shit. 12-inch biceps. Is 12-inch biceps big? I don't know. But you know, you walk in the crib, you feeling all diesel and shit, and she
Right.
not. She's like, "Why you so sweaty? Go take a shower."
Right.
She don't notice it because she's used to you.
But I feel like also having a life outside, you know, just your relationship
That's big too.
will, you know, draw that attention in, because it's like, oh, like say like you with your girl, whatever, and then she's like, oh, what you doing? Like, oh, I'm getting ready to, you know, I'm getting ready to like go to this party, or I'm getting ready to go have brunch with some friends or whatever. The fact that you're on the go is like it could be appealing as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
damn,
Yeah. To show them that my time is, I'm not spending my time at home waiting for you.
right.
Right. I have a life. I have value. You should see it now that when you want to, you know, see me or talk to me, it's like, oh, I got to actually check in with her and be like, oh, you know, hey, are you busy? Like, you want to do something? Like now I have to ask, like, instead of saying, oh, hey, I know you'll be home. Let's do this, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Right. It's like, I know you're going to be home. So
Right.
basically, don't be predictable.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be
you
predictable.
You do have to really be spontaneous with certain stuff, because if it's the same old routine, oh, good morning, how you doing? Okay, I'm good. How was your day? Blah blah blah. Like that.
I say, "Good morning, baby. Bend over."
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, babe. How's my pussy doing? Anyway, so anyway, but like with certain things, you just have to be aware of repetition. When things become so routine that she could predict it, like she could wake up in the morning, oh, I definitely got a good morning text from him. She probably won't even look at it. Like you gotta be like, yo, some days you might have to be like, I got hit up in the afternoon because I'm busy in the morning.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? And it's not, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, oh, be toxic or anything like that, but doing something different can change how she looks at you in a positive way.
Okay. What do y'all think about? Let me flip it. What do you think about your girl doing something to where she's trying to get outside validation to get you to realize what you have? Like, for instance, like telling you like, oh, babe, today I was at work and some guy tried to hit on me type shit. Or like, I'm going out on a date with a friend, with a guy friend.
What?
Well, excuse me?
That's not happening.
All right, I'm going to tell you something that So what if a girl tells you, right? Because she feels like, yeah, I don't go out enough. She says, you know what? I'm going out on a date with a guy friend. Because out of spite because you're not taking her out enough. What would your reaction be?
Okay. Go.
My reaction would be, you bugging.
I'm not gonna get mad.
Why? One, you're spiteful, and that's not a trait that I like.
I'm
Don't be spiteful.
That's
If we never had a conversation first about it, and you just come off like, oh, because doing this and I'm doing it, and it's a date, whatever. Like, yeah, I don't. That means small problems like that. If that's how you react to small problems, then big problems, I don't want.
I
no
agree.
Parts of you.
I agree
No parts.
100%. I agree.
No parts of you.
What you think?
look, it's your world. Go ahead, do what you want to do. You're just not gonna be with me no more.
Oh, so you would end it off of that?
Oh yeah, you're not. Oh, I'm about to go on a date. With,
Enjoy your date, you single woman.
right? Please enjoy. Enjoy it for the both of us.
Yo,
Cause I'm not gonna be here when you get back.
I agree 100%.
Because I can never fix my lips to be like, oh yeah, I'm about to go on this date. You ain't noticing me, so I'm about to go on a date with this shorty real quick. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
She gonna look at
Or
me
maybe
like,
they won't call it a date. Maybe I'm just going out with a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's always this like kind of stale part in like relationships where it gets like that. It gets kind of like
Stagnant.
repetitive, stagnant, boring, where like you need that excitement. But don't do it with outside sources.
Right.
You know,
So how do you do that? How do you make the relationship exciting? You know, without
like
it being like a cheap thrill, like a
I
cheap
said,
excitement.
being spontaneous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all haven't been on a date in a while. Book a date without her knowing.
yeah.
Like, yo, send her a text. Yo, I need you to be ready by 8. I need you to be ready by 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah. Knowing damn well the reservation's 9 to 9 because we know you're going to take long.
Yeah, I think if you keep
Like a
growing,
smooth operator over here.
if you keep growing and like having your own life, you're an individual that brings something to the relationship instead of just, hey, we're in this together always, just us. Like,
Right.
the more you could bring in, right? Hey, we're both throwing things in here. Like, it keeps things interesting, right?
Absolutely.
If it's just us every day, just doing the norm,
gonna get stale.
It's gonna get stale.
And the thing is, what you do have to understand is you need your own individuality. You need that, yo, you have your group of friends, I have mine. You know what I'm saying? You have things that you like to do, I have things I like to do, and then when we come together, we have things that we do together. But having that individuality is so important because imagine all y'all wrapped up into each other. Y'all don't know what's going on outside.
Right.
And you so wrapped up in each other to the point where it becomes stagnant. It becomes stale. Everything becomes routine. You don't have your own life. You don't have your own friends outside of the relationship.
Yep.
She says stuff like, oh, you're my best friend. I don't want to be your best friend.
Facts. I agree with you.
No, the reason why I'm saying
I'm not your best friend.
the reason why I'm saying that, not to be mean or anything, not to be cruel, but it's like, if I'm your best friend, that means you tell me everything. We do everything together. Like, sometimes, yo, us being apart, give us time to miss each other. Give me time to be like, yo, I don't know what's going on with you today. Let's have that conversation. If I'm expecting it all the time, I might not want to hear it no more.
Right.
I agree with you.
I agree 100%. Let us know what y'all think in the chat. Nikki says, communication. This is how I feel, and this is what I want or need. I agree. Yo, shout out USYK, the real champ, a.k.a. Ben Adams in the chat.
All right.
He's saying a bunch of random shit. He said, before you fall in love, you got to fall in trust. That wasn't random. I agree with that.
Skydiving it.
And he says, I think any woman would cheat with Anthony Joshua. Handsome man and has the bag. Who's Anthony Joshua? Is that the boxer?
The boxer.
Oh, shit. He's also promoting the fight in here. What is happening? Yo, we had a great show today. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Mac Boy. Shout out Melody. Lee. Shout out Just Tay. Shout out Nikki. We appreciate everybody for joining. We're going to have another show next Wednesday.
Absolutely.
And make sure, if you haven't already, like the video. Make
Like.
sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet.
Share.
Share with your friends.
Let them know that your mans and them is live.
Yes, sir. And you just...
I can't say no promo. I can't.
I mean,
You just no.
that's how it sounds.
If you are following us on Instagram, feel free to shoot us a DM. Questions, topics. We could bring it up on the show. We could talk about it real time live.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. We can definitely talk about it live.
And we got the live line, so anytime you want to call in, we're going to put that number out there. You call in, give your opinion, and guess what? Now you are part of the show.
Yes, sir. And you just finished watching Your Mans and them live.
Bello, take it away.
You just finished watching Your Mans and them live. I'm Your Man's Bello.
Yes, sir. I'm your man's Austin Felix.
And I'm your man Shakespeare in a random studio in Brooklyn, New York. This is Your Mans and Them Live.
You are now watching Your Mans and Them Live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them live. With your mans and them live. With your mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans and them live. Go have a good time with your mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them. It's your mans and them.
You are now watching Your Mans and Them Live.
You are now rocking with your mans and them live. You know this shit fire with your mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans and them.